Welcome, newcomer.
It's rude not to introduce yourself to them.
I'm Hunter Hancock. Are you gonna introduce yourself?
I'm Hudson.
And I'm George Wilson.
Alright, fellas. Should I ever tell you about that time I was out at sea for a month? My buddy Keith?
You guys have been on the boat a lot of times. You might want to narrow it down a little.
Well, this time I ran into something real spectacular. You could even call it fearsome. I'm talking a creature larger than our very boat. Arms that stretched the skies. Tentacles that wrapped around vessels, sinking many. We were fishing.
Fishing? Yuck.
You hate a good little bit of fun?
I don't like how fish feel.
Oh, I love deep ocean fishing. Baiting the hooks, throwing them out, struggling to catch something back onto the boat while your rod bends in half and snap.
Touching slimy, gross things.
Yeah, whatever you want to add on to that. Anyways, let me get back to this one. Wouldn't want to bore a newcomer.
True.
So, let me run you over here. It was a dark and stormy night. The wind was howling, the waves were splashing, and boy, let me tell you, something came from the depth. Something large, something beast.
Realization that you have a mortal existence that's slowly gonna end?
We ain't never died yet. I don't plan on dying anytime soon.
Alright.
But a beast, I'm talking. 8 stories tall, tentacles strive from the open sea. In total position, it lassos our boat, and it starts sinking us. And we don't know how we're gonna get out of this one. So what do? Me and my buddy Keith? We look at each other and we say, we might be. But luckily, I don't think the beast really took us mine, because before we knew it, fine.
Y'all didn't bring any weaponry or defensive on the boat? Seriously? What kind of fishermen are you?
Now, we had pikes, but the pikes weren't doing much, so I didn't think they were very important to add.
How could a pike not do something against a tentacle? They're pretty fleshy, I would think.
I mean, with there's 8 of them on you, there's not much that one pike's gonna do with 2 people.
Alright, fair enough. I mean, since we're on the topic of water, I suppose I could bring up my little camping incident.
Eddie?
I was in this class, again, and it wasn't the photography one, it was a water thing. And...
What's water class you have? Underwater basket weaving?
No, it was water biology, okay?
Yeah.
It was required. And our guide decided to take us out, just for a little trip out to the, biggest water area in Scotland. We had the funding at the time, so we bought a few tents, propped them up, and spent the night there.
You're Scottish?
Yes. I got stuck in the US, that's what happens.
Surrounded by foreigners.
Yep, you are. Suffer. Anyway, counselor got up at the middle of the night doing his thing. I don't quite know what, it's not my business. Next thing you know, we hear a bunch of splashing and creaking. He automatically assumes a couple idiots decided to get out of their tent and go swimming. It's late at night, not supposed to do that. Then, we start hearing these whale noises, I'd call them, I don't quite know. And next thing you know, he's waking us all up and telling us to get a move on, packing up our stuff, getting out of there. We look behind us as we're driving away, and we see something. It looks kind of like a dinosaur, almost, but it had the belly of a whale, if that makes sense. Just this big thing comes barreling out of the water. Not quick, I'd say, but quick enough that we were uncomfortable. Starts just creeping on land, slowly following us, walking around our little camp area that we were at. Starts swinging its head around, trying to find us, I would assume. And then we pedaled out of there quick and left. I don't think it was trying to eat us. I think it was trying to figure out what we were.
So, get me this right now. You saw a whale in the Scotland Loch Ness. And
Yes.
to add on to that,
It wasn't a whale, it
was a dinosaur?
Well, it had the body of a whale, but the long neck of, the long neck dinosaurs. I don't remember what they're called.
The Diplodocus.
Sure.
Now, I know I've seen some rather experimental things in my day, but that's gotta be the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Well, least I didn't bring any actual weaponry on a boat and got attacked by some mysterious tentacle thing.
I didn't know anything about some mysterious tentacle thing. If I would have known, I probably would have brought a calamari shell.
Uh-huh.
What about you, John? What you got?
My name is George. And yeah, I have a water story, but a horrible beast in the water. So I was walking through the sandy beaches on the edge of Sassafras City. Wonderful city. It's great.
Does it smell like sassafras?
What is sassafras? Where is Sassafras City?
The type of grass you hick.
Yeah.
At least I know how to smell appropriate.
What?
Y'all smell like farms.
I don't want to hear that from the Scotsman. We've been out here camping for a little while.
Doesn't mean you can't have hygiene.
What, you bring a bar of Irish Springs?
I'm not Irish, I'm Scottish.
Same different.
No!
They're the same thing, different colored.
And you say I'm uneducated. Go back to your story about monsters or whatever.
Yeah, down in Sassafras City. The wonderful beach of Sassafras City. Well, I saw this thing. It washed up on shore. And it smelled absolutely horrible. That's what got my attention.
What does it smell like?
Horrible. I don't even want to remember. Worst smell of my life.
Like rotten flesh bad, or...
It was definitely rotting. It was the flesh of some horrible creature. But anyways, it reminded me of this book I read. It was about horrible water creatures. I recalled that this thing was definitely something called a globster.
Now, what in hell's name is a globster?
That sounds foreign as and that's coming from me.
Don't swear, have some respect. You want to talk all proper and such.
I ain't talking proper.
Anyways, this globster thing, I could tell that this flesh belonged to a horrible water beast.
How could you tell?
It came from the water, and it was massive.
How do you know it wasn't just a person that washed up? I mean, we have that all the time.
That was far bigger than a person could ever be.
You'd be shocked.
So, on your floating around adventures with Keith, did you see something that looked like a globster? I really need to know what I saw that day.
Well, let me tell you, I saw something large. It's big, it's wide. I think went by the name of Moby Dick. Let me tell you about this Moby Dick. It was a monstrous, whale-ish beast. But I'm afraid I've been hogging the spotlight too much. How about you, newcomer? You got some sort of nautical nonsense story?
It's too late. We'll ask them a different time. They probably want to get to sleep.
What, you saying we're boring the poor bastard to death?
I mean, look at him. He's practically falling asleep standing up.
Yeah, I guess we better call it tonight. Maybe tomorrow we can share new stories about extraterrestrials we came by. That's something we all have experience with, ain't it?
You would know all about that, wouldn't you?
Would you?